Everyone thinks the Neanderthals were killed by us, by smarter humans with better spears and bigger tribes. They're wrong. The thing that killed most Neanderthals wasn't a rival, wasn't a war, wasn't extinction in any dramatic sense. It was a single night. Freezing dark, no light, an animal you can't see, and an injury your body cannot afford. Most of them didn't die old. They died in the 8 hours between sunset and sunrise. So let's walk through that night, the exact one that killed them, step by step, and see if you'd make it to morning. Start with the moment the sun goes down. Right now, when it gets dark, nothing changes for you. A switch, a screen, a streetlight. For a Neanderthal in Ice Age Europe, sunset was the single most dangerous transition of the day, every day, for 300,000 years. Because here is the first thing you need to understand. Their world had no ambient light at all. No glow on the horizon from a distant town. No moon on a cloudy night. Just black. Total, disorienting black in a landscape full of things that hunt better in the dark than you ever could. Step 1 of surviving the night is simply not being caught outside when it arrives. So step 2, you need fire, and not the way you think about fire. You don't light it when night falls. You keep it alive, all day, as a living thing, because starting a fire from nothing in damp, freezing conditions can take hours you do not have as the temperature drops. Archaeological hearths at Neanderthal sites show layer upon layer of continuous burning. Fires tended for years, not lit and abandoned. Fire wasn't comfort. Fire was the wall between you and everything with teeth. It was warmth, it was light, and it was a signal to predators that this patch of dark was occupied. Lose the fire, and step 3 arrives faster. Step 3 is the cold itself, and this is where the night starts actively trying to kill you. Ice Age nights in Neanderthal territory could plunge well below freezing, and your body loses heat to still air faster than you can generate it once you stop moving. Neanderthals were built for this. Barrel chests, short limbs, thick muscle, bodies engineered to hold heat like a furnace with the doors closed. But biology only buys you time. Without shelter, without fire, without others pressed against you, even that cold-adapted body surrenders its core temperature in a matter of hours, which is exactly why they never slept alone. Step 4. The huddle. This is the part popular imagination gets completely wrong. We picture a lone caveman braving the wilderness. In reality, sleeping was a group survival strategy, bodies packed together sharing warmth, taking turns near the fire, someone always half awake. Sleep for a Neanderthal was not the deep, safe 8 hours you take for granted. It was shallow, broken, and defensive. Because the moment the group's attention lapsed, the fourth thing that killed them was already circling in the dark, and it had been waiting for the light to fail. Step 5. The predators. Neanderthal Europe was not the tame countryside you know. It held cave lions larger than any lion alive today, cave hyenas that hunted in coordinated packs, cave bears, leopards, and wolves, all of them equipped with night vision you simply do not possess. In the dark, the entire advantage flipped. A Neanderthal with a spear was formidable at noon. At midnight, blind, he was prey. We know this because Neanderthal bones turn up inside hyena dens, gnawed and cracked open. Some of those people were hunted. Some were scavenged. The dark erased the line between the two. But here's the thing. The predators weren't even the most reliable killer. Step 6 is the quiet one. Injury. A Neanderthal skeleton is, on average, a catalog of trauma. Healed fractures, broken ribs, shattered arms, damage so consistent that researchers compared their injury patterns to modern rodeo riders, people thrown repeatedly by huge animals. They got hurt constantly hunting massive prey at close range. During the day, an injury is survivable. The group carries you, feeds you, protects you. But at night, a leg you cannot stand on, an arm you cannot fight with, means you cannot run and you cannot defend the fire. And this is the trap that closes the loop. Because everything in the night is connected. The cold makes you slow. Slow makes you clumsy. Clumsy near a fire or on icy ground makes you fall. A fall breaks a bone. A broken bone means you can't tend the fire. A dead fire means the cold returns and the predators come in. One failure at any single step cascades into all the others. This is why the night was so lethal. Not one danger, but a chain of dangers where surviving required you to win every link before dawn. So how did any of them survive at all? Step 7 is the answer, and it's the reason they lasted 300,000 years. They didn't survive the night as individuals. They survived it as a system. Divided labor after dark. Someone on the fire, someone on watch, Bodies arranged by who needed warmth most. Care for the injured, which we see directly in the bones. Individuals with catastrophic wounds who healed, meaning someone fed and sheltered them through countless nights they could never have survived alone. The Neanderthal didn't beat the night with strength. They beat it with each other. Which brings us to the real cause of their end. When Neanderthal groups grew smaller and more scattered, through climate swings, dwindling populations, isolation, the system started to fail. Fewer bodies to share warmth, fewer hands to tend the fire, fewer people to carry the injured, nobody left to take the night watch. The individual Neanderthal was as tough as ever. But the night doesn't kill the individual. It kills the isolated. And a Neanderthal who had to face the dark with too few people beside him was facing a night that had been killing his kind, one broken link at a time, for as long as they had existed. So could you survive a night as a Neanderthal? Only if you understood that survival was never about the daylight. It was about the 8 hours nobody romanticizes. The freezing dark, the thing you couldn't see, the injury you couldn't afford, and the handful of people whose warmth and vigilance were the only reason you woke up. Every Neanderthal who reached old age had won that gamble tens of thousands of nights in a row, and the ones who didn't rarely lost a war. They lost a single night, the same night, over and over, that had been hunting their species from the beginning.